simple name and a complex rivalry. For one side, the Big Orange is just not a color they can sit with, and the other side, Crimson, has them seeing red. Easy to assume everyone here has a lighter in hand, and now we get to see who will use it. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Coming out with it, it's Sharp. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will go on the attack first. Crimson Tide dominated the last time they saw the Vols blowing out Tennessee.
Man, Reese, it was roll tide roll as soon as they got off the bus. David, they were bigger, they were stronger, and faster. They showed up on the scoreboard.
And Tennessee hasn't forgotten about it. You've had a year to stew on it and do something about it because you had a lot of mistakes a year ago. And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
That's a bang-bang play, three-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
From the gun on third down. Just a short pass to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
Finds the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. From the gun, running back on the move. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D-linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you drop back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket. He was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism in his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen on the Crimson Tide.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
How about this defense coming out the gates? First drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Getting up close to midfield, gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Buys a little extra time. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. The sweet feet buy a little time. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's sharp. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Vols will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Trying to get behind the defense. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick Saban. This has been such a critical game, not just in the SEC, but all across college football as well, Dave.
Yeah, in 1901, going back that far, this rivalry, the fans absolutely don't like each other. They don't like anything about each other. Every time the other team's playing, they're cheering against them. This game has always meant a lot.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Dumps it off in the flats. Still running up the 40. Turning it on. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Trying to barge their way in. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. No running room on the last 2 plays. Can they find a crack on 3rd and goal? Marches ahead. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Houston is ahead right now, but that's not quite Andre Ware or even David Klingler under center today. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 10 over Baylor. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Can't get him to the ground.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Matthews. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun to give to the back. Oh, better look out. Breaks into the open. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We've reached the break, and Alabama has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the 1st. Let's take a break and look at the 1st quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Leaves it with the back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Matthews. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here comes the heat. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off. He gets a positive gain.
They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give him a 1st down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
And that is beautiful execution by the defense. What do I do with that option? String him along. Don't let him make a quick decision. Don't let it be obvious. Did a good job slow playing it, stretching it out, everybody being able to run to the football.
There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Vols.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And he added the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Really nice play getting that 1st down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next 1st-round pick at the wide receiver position from Bama.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Takes a hit as he fires. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. And the Vols racing to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, running back gets to give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Volunteers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on 3rd down and try to get a 1st down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the ground with the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's now piled up 68 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. It's complete to the left. At the 35, he's open. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
He wants to throw it. Working that left side now. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll go to the air. Under fire. Makes a grab on the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now sliding to his left. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. Just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
Here we go on 4th and goal, ground to cover. The snap sets up the throw. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. So here is the Tennessee offense.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
The ball's in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The run to the right. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
How about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the 1st half, and he's got...
And he's going to go down at the 1.
And that's now their third sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They've done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front seven. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
And the Volunteers decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They're already in great field goal position here, David. The question is, how aggressive do they get?
Full throttle. Be aggressive. Try to get the touchdown here, man. Such great starting field position.
It's just going to take one play, right? They've got the weapons outside. Give a guy an opportunity to make a play in the end zone. Think about the momentum change that would create.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield, and time is running short. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Vols will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. That one comes out hot down the right side. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Offense threatening 1st and 10 from the 31. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He got it! They will score! Touchdown, Crimson Tide! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. The Tide is high and rolling as they try to send Rocky Top to rock bottom, and they've built a big lead.
And Alabama's simply been the more physical team in this game, and you're starting to see that exert itself here in the second half. They're pulling away, David. Tennessee's going to have to do something here, keep this thing close.
And the hard part for Tennessee is you got to stay positive. You got to believe you can win. This series hasn't always been in their favor, and they kind of know Bama's had their number of late, but they got to stay positive. They got to make something happen on this next drive.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Auburn is down, but they are not out of it. Not in Jordan-Hare, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ole Miss. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Unloads quickly.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won third down and forced him on fourth down.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better rally quickly and get this guy on the ground. He is fast.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Swings it out to his running back. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs. And
turning it on! He'll work his way down to the 28.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Well, a big key for this defense coming into this game was could they impact this guy when he drops back to pass? We all know he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in all of college football. And they weren't sure, honestly, if they were even going to be able to get into the ground. They just wanted him to get rid of the football earlier than he needed to. But that time, in the second half, they come away with their first sack of the game, and that is going to be a big shot in the arm for this defense.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got an open man. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on 3rd down. Forget that. Let's go get the 1st down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown tie! And the route is on. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They march 79 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Handoff from the gun. Breaks into the open. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Offense working from the pistol. To the air on 1st down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
They'll move the wide receiver. Off the boot, looking for his man. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. The Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Fires to the tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Handoff from the shotgun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Running to the left. Breaks the tackle. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
He gets a block. Touchdown, Bama! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
When you play zone and you drop back, you're dropping back to a spot, and that means there's going to be holes, and the quarterback has to do a good job of reading it, seeing it, throwing it between those holes. He does a really nice job there. Makes the defense pay for playing zone coverage.
Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. There he goes. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game, one of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
The Vols will line up to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Wants to go up top on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time it's complete. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So first down, we'll open up the final period. They'll give it to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different.
Going for it all. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you know what.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job, too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
Got a man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Cameron. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Plucks it out of the air. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Vols are moving quickly down the field. Just keep slinging it. It's on target and complete. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. The Volunteers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quick completion to the right. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. Touchdown, Tennessee! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
PAT unit on the field. And it's perfect. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Auburn is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. And if that quarterback can find a little magic a la Cam Newton, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ole Miss. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They get to him as he throws. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. He's now got 78 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The give as they work on that clock. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
On 4th down, looking to pass. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let him do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
Got it in the middle. It's sharp. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Vols trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Running back searching for a hole. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. It'll be 3rd and long. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Now facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Cameron. Quarterback now breaking the field. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day.
Touchdown, Volunteers! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Ready to try the point after. bangs it through for an extra point. So that drive covered just 44 yards. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick.
And it's so many times these don't work. You practice them all week long. Nobody jump off sides. Make sure you stay on sides. Get down there as quick as you can. Hit the first person in front of you. Try to get a lucky bounce. And, man, if they didn't get one, and get the big onside kick.
Finds his tight end.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Dropping back, it's Cameron. Going deep. Makes the grab at the 10. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got a kick in the door. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown ball!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
On to attempt the try. Splits those uprights right in half. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They're going to take another delay of game penalty. You just can't have these types of mistakes.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And that's exactly what I want for my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
To the air on second down. A little floater there that falls incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Sharp. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
Now, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay upright.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level.
If they have any intention of getting this drive going, they better come up with something on 2nd and long from the 10. Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Going to try to get it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. And the Volunteers will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He'll get rid of it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. First play of the drive wants to throw. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Going for 6. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. What a helpless feeling for this defense to commit that penalty and pretty much end the game. After this, it'll be a wrap. He'll set up to throw. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Zings it complete to the right. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play of the denouement. The epilogue, the finishing touch. So Alabama once again takes the win in this smoking hot rivalry between the Vols and the Crimson Tide, and the party in Tuscaloosa will last well into the night. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.